Patrick's Day and it lands on a Saturday. So I saw a good opportunity for us to maybe do something small to turn into something big where we sell green beer, you know. and
Just
have
like,
people come out.
nothing with a lot of expense?
No, nothing with a lot of expense. I have the expense very low. I'm trying to keep it under 10,000. Very low expense where we can, you know, sell some green beer. People can enjoy, come out here and listen to some cover bands. Nothing real big, and enjoy our facilities, you know, and have a good time on that. And it's spring break weekend right there too, so.
Somebody asked me if we were having some kind of bands in March, that if something was being planned, and I said, not that I know.
Yeah, not yet. I know.
So basically, we're saying, Danny, just make freedom first.
Once you get a vote first.
Maybe.
Just make it, just go all out.
Mhm.
What is that, Bill?
See, it sounded like Danny was basically throwing it out to that Freedom Fest. This year, we want to put ourselves on the map this year.
I think we want to.
I think the consideration of kids for that weekend, Henrietta, excellent.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
you got little gray hairs, you got grandbabies.
got a lot.
You got grandbabies?
A lot.
So.
Gray hair and grandbabies.
So
And we
they're
don't want
here
it
for the
that
weekend,
big.
you do
Absolutely.
Friday,
And I got,
Saturday,
yes.
and
So
then Sunday,
Danny and
Sundays,
Mark
wrap
can
it
get
up,
on the
tie in the
first
bow,
one.
and then they
And
go
I
to
think-
San Antonio
I think
with
we can actually
fireworks or
sell
whatever.
beer
I'm not
tickets
competing
to
with
make it that
that.
big.
Absolutely.
And,
3-day,
you know, because once they buy the
3-day
tickets,
event,
it's for 3
all
months.
done.
You know,
Joe's an expert at that.
Yeah.
there's no harm in having
You show a
a,
band, you know, you
Because
see
this
in
last
2
year,
years, having a rodeo
You know, he's
going on
about a
during
band.
Tickets
the
for beer.
whole time.
That's a way to make money.
Yeah.
And then
If we make it that
eventually
big,
get a
that's what we should
PRCA
do,
rodeo
just have a
out
ticket
Because
booth.
once they sit,
Like you
once they buy
mentioned,
'em,
just step out into the ice and go further and further every year.
And then what Chad is saying, we could use the March event
entertainment gets
and
bigger
the
and
May
bigger every year.
event to keep advertising for the Freedom of Fest event. That we don't- it's coming, it's
Okay.
coming. it's
And by the
coming.
following year, we'll have our outdoor stage also set up.
The
hey, yeah, we can have a concert.
And, you know, a roping or a
The way he was talking,
rodeo
it
out
sounded like it
there
was gonna
on
come
the
this
4th
year.
of July.
Nah, I ain't gonna
Oh,
come this year, I'm leaving now. But yeah, I'm excited. Now, I do have to say, in my previous life, I have a previous life for Floresville, I had a carnival that came and, you know, you have to think about the baseball. I mean, I don't know sports. Are they done? Because when those carnival people come
In
and
June?
set up.
Yeah, they'll definitely be done.
Yeah, when those carnival people come and set up, they come way before, days before. They literally live out there and have their little campers and stuff
Well, see,
like that
we've
out
also
there.
got areas that we don't utilize a lot.
But they
We've
can-
got this strip along the side here.
But they can
We've
set
got
up
that
the
strip in the front.
the roping
We've got a
arena.
lot of places here that we don't use.
Because that hasn't been fixed or anything.
No, but I'm saying they could bring their campers and park out there. the
Yeah,
roping
park out
arena,
there.
and all the ugly equipment
We set
they
up
park
over
out
here,
there.
either in the front, or they can even set up on the football fields right there and have people go out there and turn them off. There's plenty of things to do.
Not one, but
Two
we have
football
two
fields.
football fields.
But like you said, like the amphitheater comes up, I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, but you have a band up here and then a different band down there.
And then
you
one
know,
inside
and
also.
one inside, so it makes this thing really huge in this spot.
And then we can sell beer anywhere on this.
Anywhere
And
you
he
want.
just said we can serve beer anywhere we go.
I
Around
got Bud Light.
He said
We will go around and sell beer for sale, beer for.
Yeah,
Cold
that's
beer.
Cold
I'm
beer.
liking that. I wasn't expecting the carnival, but I think
But
definitely.
I think those are all things we need to look at, guys. And I believe that if you don't have that vision of marketing this whole complex, we're missing out.
But it's time to stop looking, because for how many years this building has really not been utilized? This property, let's stop talking about it and let's start doing it.
Well, that's what we've got to do. We've got to do it.
And we gotta try it,
And we gotta
we gotta
try.
try it, see if it works.
Excuse me,
And
Mr.
We'll talk
That
about big city
entertainment
events.
carnival for the kids, what is that run?
For what's that?
For a setup, like
For setup, I don't know, I can get some prices, I don't wanna give you a wrong price.
I'm sorry to hear that.
A price for a carnival, going out here.
Well, it's mostly a share. I mean, you know, it's a revenue share. you
Oh,
know.
okay, okay.
They bring in all their
60,
equipment.
40 or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's usually some kind of split or something.
Nobody can lose that. What
I
about
told
Yeah,
them.
liability?
nobody loses.
Tom, what about liability for having a carnival?
I think that's gonna require, one of those
Special
special.
insurance.
Special riders, they usually bring their own.
I was
Right.
We're
gonna
not gonna be
say,
responsible for insuring them, but I would add a special rider to the agreement where they have to show us that they have all that insurance. you get a professional carnival company, yes, they carry that kind of insurance.
Yeah, because when I used to deal with the peanut festival, their carnival,
You
they
know who
used
to
to
call
have
for
their own
that?
insurance.
They have.
The peanut festival always has.
And I'm sure Peanut Festival, you know, the committee, when they sign those agreements, they have to,
Yeah.
I remember when I was
attachment
president,
to
we
that
did
contract is
weekends.
gonna be that certificate of coverage from that company. I'd want to
Okay.
definitely take a look at it.
Oh, definitely.
I'm excited about the board having the vision to do this. And the thing that I would be more excited about is if we actually get it done.
Let's do it.
Not just talk, let's get it done.
The problem we've always been changing boards so fast that we've never had to follow through. But if we're started early, we can get this done before there is another.
And also, I still want
We
to
just
do,
did- go ahead.
I still want to do the community bingo and keep that going, because that's a good advertisement for us too as well. And then little things, yeah, little things in between to keep it going, some of the stuff that we started last year.
How have we ever, you know, you talked about the hookups and things like that for people bringing their trailers in and things like that. Have you given any thought to where that would be most effective if we did something like that?
If we put, I know we talked about putting hookups back by the arena, that's what you're talking about, for people to put their RVs, and it's back there in the arena, we have a big open space right there on the side of it, where we can, you know, eventually put some hookups where they can, some pads where they can hook up sewer hookups and, you know, electricity out there where they can have and, you know.
And still have room for the arena?
Yes, yes. Especially if we do, like, we have the Turn and Burn out here, and they have a 2-day event, people don't wanna leave. I know we had a wedding here, and, it's the Wileys. The Wileys have a big wedding, they have big events, they had the New Year's dance here, and they like to bring their RVs, and we set them up in the back and let them be out there in their own personal RVs.
They have their own stuff.
They have their own stuff.
They don't need to
keep it
set
going.
up all the time.
But just real quick, are you talking about doing this carnival idea for this 4th of July?
Yeah.
Got a lot of work. Well, no, that's fine. I'm just-
That's why I say, should we put all of our efforts on that one?
Well, and that's what I was looking at, because March, you don't have much time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how fast you're gonna work, whatever,
Mhm.
but as far as March, it's already, what, about a month and a half? To see what you were planning to do, Chess.
And,
If you're gonna do that in March, I would say just have a reception inside, green beer.
yeah, that's what I was gonna do, something small, have some cover bands, and do something small inside where they pay at the door, come in, enjoy the music with green beer. They can
Well, I
dress
think
up
we should
green,
set up
hats.
time and dates for the following year so that we can start, if we don't do March this year, let's have it set where we're doing it.
Well, it's like, it'll grow every year. I don't know if you heard of the place in San Antonio called Sherlock's. It's a pub bar out there. They started very small. Now they have like 17 bands all day playing music, and all they're doing is out there just hanging out, enjoying music, walking around, drinking green beer, and it's just a big festival like that with food.
I think we could, it's gonna be challenging, and I will have my other staff to help Chad, because he is a woman and show as much as we possibly can. But I really think if we focus on these three, that'd be the crescendo in June, the big daddy of the event. And then it's a rest period after that, and then we don't really have to do much with extravaganza, but we can start thinking about, for planning, I think we really can do that. And I did speak to, Nick Silva, Mr. Decorating Genius, he's a guru for us, and for a nominal fee of $500, he'll come and help us decorate, provide the linens and the tables, no matter what the event is, and he's already agreed to that price of $500. So the decorating, and you know Gloria better than I do, that man can work some genius
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. He's
But then we
very
put the
good.
linens and the decorations, and just to have us to help with the setup, because it's all about the setup. And I've come into this ballroom, and Lord knows I know what it looks like, but he can transform it into a St. Patrick kind of thing, so people feel like it's a really big event, and he can make it look really, really fancy on a really low budget.
Green.
So I
green
think-
As far as the extravaganza, I would start making plans by March or April. Have-
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We need to,
Yes.
have your entertainment booked by then, and start even advertising here in the local community of what's coming.
Yeah.
And I think that's why,
Put
another
out a
reason
bunch
why
of
we need to have
posters.
somebody on board.
And then we talked about in January, February, having some type of country western event.
And I think we need to have somebody on board to help
And
Chaz
those could be our major
with the
events.
paperwork of these things.
Okay, so he led into that, Councilman. Can I pick it back up for that one? He said Chaz needs some help. And I've had the same conversation.
Sitting here thinking about
With-
all this.
He's only one
How much help
person.
he's gonna need, actually,
And so,
and how much of these contracts.
we-
I'm sounding nervous when you're talking a lot of money here, entering into agreements. I'm seeing no less than 4 contracts that I wanna make sure at the very least, Chaz, that I approve these before we enter into.
Okay.
If the board, I think the board will probably want me to cover them on that. Just so we're all sure we know if there's people. with-
full-time person is gonna be really, really hard. But I'm thinking if we can share between the 4A and the 4B, a part-time person, that we may be able to swing that. And since I'm really trying to talk to EDC to allow their person, Mr. Baker, who's already here, to stay past March, then they can share the same person. It's kinda hard to share a secretary when one's here and one's at Liberty, at City Hall, one's here, you know. So we could say that we could have a part-time person, that the city could provide, and then EDC will pay the other half, that it the full person, we could do a partnership.
If
And
we
then
can
that
s-
would give the person.
If we could give him some training and cross-train Chaz and Mr. Baker, to where they could answer a telephone, somebody came in and needed a tour of the building, Mr. Baker could do that. Wouldn't he?
Oh, I'm sorry, I never know.
I know.
But, well, I don't,
No, I was saying another body,
Yeah.
so that could help Mr. Baker and could help Chaz,
Yeah.
and they're located here, and to share that person.
and it would be a situation where, you know, if Mr. Baker needed help with something, Chaz could possibly help him with it, and vice versa.
A
And
partnership.
they both they'd be cross-trained, the 3 people would be cross-trained to work with each other and know what's going on. So if somebody walked in the store out here and Chaz at the bridal thing, and Mr. Baker is with some FEDC clients or something, then the other person could be there to talk to the people about the center.
Makes sense.
And then vice versa, if they're, Mr. Baker and the other person are at an FEDC event, then Chaz could step in.
Because
So,
you're right, he has to get out, he has to go out and see what's going on. But Gloria can tell you, it's hard when you're getting out, answering the phone, coming in, somebody's here, I can't have a meeting. I can remember sometimes she was at my office at City Hall, and she goes, I can't stay city manager, I gotta go, because there's a
Someone
bride
wants
over
to
there
see
wants
the
a
building.
tour. And so I'm like, okay, I can't even have this conversation.
and I think that team needs to be located here,
Yes, that's why EDC needs to stay there so they can share.
and, you know, I would like to see the team located here, where we would have someone here all the time. 3 people, all the time.
Here we go. So then somebody, there'll be a body in this building all the time. And so, is that an action item again?
Well, we that kinda hijacked the meeting back to item B, but that's all right. I mean, that would fall within the operations of the center.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We're kinda back on B. I would point out to the board, y'all, C is still open. I think y'all made a decision after the St. Patty's Day and the May events.
Okay.
So just keeping y'all on track, but let's finish your item there.
So I will, if you all are interested, I may not need an action at this point, but if you're interested, I can approach the 4B board and see if I can convince them of the wisdom that the 4A board has, that they need to have a part-time person to assist their person. And if you can give me that direction, I'll do that, happily. Did you take action with that?
I'm open to a motion.
Well, I'm not quite sure I understand why the 4A board determines who the city of Floresville hires. Because they didn't approve Mr.
No, I'm just saying that they would not be opposed
I mean,
to.
if you
the
I'm not
city-
telling y'all no.
So you said the
Sure.
city's supplying them with the help, you know, I need to say that the 4B, the 4A would be in, you know, in.
Because the way you structured this, ma'am, it sounds like to me this is something the 4A and the 4B are doing, and we don't have employees,
Y'all have, right.
with the exception of
But you would,
myself.
but you would want to have, I'm saying, would they want to be, you all think we'll need the help?
Definitely.
then I will encourage that partnership.
And I'm speaking for the board, but I'm just saying that's
Okay,
not
then I
something you
will-
normally ever ask the board.
Yeah, no, this is, so, if we're able to put together a part-time person that's shared with 4D, would that be something of interest to the 4A? Is that a better way to talk to the?
The 4A can answer that
Would you all
question.
be better, would you be receptive of a part-time employee to assist Chaz in his?
It would actually be a full-time employee.
Yes, which is key
But
because.
paid half.
Half by the city?
Well, actually, the 4B earns twice as much money as the 4A, so it should really be.
It'd be equitable 50/50 for it, because I can guarantee you the 4A would probably use that person a lot more than 4D. So we would do a 50/50 split, and I have did some interviews today, and I have not opted to hire part-time people in parks, because I think I have no parks in control, so the funding is there. So the city may be offering, I have to take it to my council, but I need to say 4B, so I can say to my council that if this such person existed, the 4A would be receptive.
If I may, I think the way to say this, Henrietta, the city manager, is that, is the 4A, you spoke with the 4A and the 4B, and they believe that additional assistance is required out here for the city.
That.
Okay, that's the way to say it.
That's what I want to say. That's what I want to say. Did you get that, what some kind of news? That's what I want to say.
I think y'all can agree that, especially with these undertakings, and
Well,
Mr. Pettis is gonna need some assistance.
we'd be interested in passing a resolution encouraging that discussion. Would that be a proper way to do it? Is to pass a
Sure.
resolution saying that we endorse that discussion to happen?
Sure.
Do I have someone who'd like to make that resolution? In other words, we're not passing a demand that she do it, we're making a resolution saying that we encourage that discussion to happen and that.
And you were under the impression that more help is needed out here.
Is needed out here. Would anyone like to make that resolution? Okay. Motion by Jay Tejada.
I'll second.
And Tom, can I vote on both boards?
Well, that's just it, he sits on the 4B, sir, I
Well,
think
you're
maybe
on
you should.
both of them.
Well, no, you can vote, you
I
can
was
vote
gonna say, he's
in
on
your
both.
capacity on the 4A. You have no interest in this, I mean, except you're a board member. So yes, sir, you can vote.
Okay, all those in favor of that resolution? We pass it. I have
I'm sorry.
And
Go
for the
ahead.
record, the
No, I'm just
resolution.
happy, I'm sorry.
Could we maybe restate more succinctly the resolution, sir? Just from the minutes?
But the attorney
The 4A board, believing there is a need for additional manpower at the event center. Would encourage the city to hire a person to work with that for the, and as other duties assigned by the city manager.
Okay. Gotcha, sir.
And that way she can approach the 4B same way.
I have two other things real quick that just fits in. And I have to bring it to y'all about our projectors. I know we had looked into replacing everything, and screens and everything about that, but we did get a price just for projectors, and he is shooting high just in case, but we are wanting to replace our projectors, just our projectors, not the screens, and convert them into HDMI cords, where easier hookups, easier access, and better quality picture,
You
yes.
need that.
He's shooting high, Keith, what he gave me says 8,000 to 10,000. That's what he's told me. That's what he's shooting at right now. Also too, to fully install wireless internet here, he's estimating at 21,000. And that's throughout the building, for the patio. He says you can even when people log in to the wireless internet here, or go straight to our Facebook page, where they have to like it before they even get to go on the, get access to our wireless internet here. And, that's for hookup, labor costs, everything.
And what would be the benefit?
It's for
Uh,
the internet.
The better, high-speed access here.
Is it just for our staff or?
Yeah, well, he says it was gonna be here for anybody, whoever wants to use it, like if they wanna do something for the screens, they need wireless internet, they can hook up to it here as well.
To have
So it'll be
like a
staff, it'll be
video.
for, yeah, it'll be for, the reason why is because
PowerPoints.
East Central, when they do that big thing here, they ask us for our internet stuff here, but it doesn't work as well as they wanted to for what they do,
Exactly.
for their videos and everything they do here. So they're asking us if we can, they're kind of pushing us to want to get that high-speed internet here as well, to keep them coming back.
And what funds would this come out of? Where do we have the money to do this?
Hotel tax.
And how do we recover that 21,000?
We have to be,
Right
market
now,
the building for more rentals, and
Well-
I think we add that into price with it as well.
the price is already set, because I think some of the city is already in the, it's already covered in the contract.
I mean, if we were to do something like that, we would definitely, I mean, I would think we would have to add it on the contract. Hey, if you want to have access to our internet, it's gonna be an additional fee.
I think we just throw time into.
I think this meeting is really lively. Am I following that you're asking the board to approve a $21,000 expenditure?
I'm just giving them what information I got. I'm not asking to approve, it's just, you know, we're gonna have to put on the agenda if
This
if
is
it is
gonna
gonna be.
send something the city of
Yeah.
Floresville and Florida have to discuss.
Yes.
Has the city of Floresville discussed this?
I discussed it with the IT guy, it's a big ticket item.
It's a big ticket item.
It is within my purview, because I,
Mr. Tejada was right, how do we recoup, how does this board recoup that cost?
I don't know how you're gonna recoup it, it is a fundamental cost, but right now as it stands, if I rent that room for the $2,200-$2,300, whatever media is there
Sure.
is available, it's part of it, it's not an additional cost. Everybody wants high speed, and I've been to some conferences, and I know what the school's talking about, when you can take a survey, it's like a live survey, and you text it in or whatever, and you have to have a good connection. It's just that I think because of our
Well, isn't EDC out, you want EDC to sit out here also, office out here?
EDC, I would like it in the office out here, but like I said, for it to come in hotel motel tax, that is a dormant pool, I really just trying to reserve it at this time. I can't just, there's only one huge one, Gloria, when they bring out every chair, and then I have to go rent some chairs when those people come.
1,500.
But we
I
also have some
only have
tenants in
that-
the building?
I don't know if you wanna call her a tenant. But, you know, that, I only have one huge event like that. If I had several, 4 or 5 during the year, where I had 1,600 people, 2,000 people, then I can justify their asking. It's just hard to offset if they come once a year, and I'm gonna spend $21,000 for them to do it. It's just
And
not-
why do we need that extra? What about the $8,000 or $10,000 just to to have availability for the screens and better equipment for them to use the screens and all that?
Yeah, and that's what
I think that's
we're-
what they asked for. I don't think they asked for all the internet stuff.
Well, they asked because they're doing something different this year. They're actually
Oh,
doing
okay.
something different. They got with Key to get with us to say, hey, how does the internet work out there? So I just bring it up to the board, what was needed for that event and what was needed for here. But the projectors, I think we should really push for, because we have a lot of wedding venues that are asking for these projectors, and our projectors are pretty out of date and it's hard to turn on. That's something I think we should push really for, because I have about 6 weddings
I
that
think
are,
that was about between 6 to 10.
yes,
You said he eyeballed us on that?
yes, on both.
What would it take to get harder numbers? Does he have to come and inspect it? Does he have to?
Yeah, he'd bring somebody out. He's gonna bring somebody out. I think it's the square footage of the building, stuff like that.
So that's what we
For the
need to
projectors
do.
as well. Yeah, for projectors as well, I can, if you agree on the projectors to get pricing,
Yeah.
I can come back, or I can give y'all pricing for the projectors. Hey, this is what he came back with.
Because, you know, 10 might sound too much, but what if he comes in at 6,800?
Yeah.
And right now, they're not being used at all.
No, they're,
So what is the problem with them? Because-
the bulbs keep burning out.
And those
the
are
bulbs
$400.
They're really expensive.
But I'm not trying to tell you what to do or anything, don't get me wrong. But the thing is, what I would do is get my maintenance guy, and all they have to do is really clean out the little deal up there.
Yeah, the filters, there's filters.
Yeah.
We clean out the filters. We had Keith come in and go with the guy up there. He basically said the projectors are shot. That's what they told us. So he goes, these projectors are gonna keep doing this. They're gonna keep breaking down. They're gonna not, he goes, it's better just to replace them, tend to try to fix them. He goes,
Is there money to take care of that projector?
Yes, and there's money in hotel motel tax, and, just as we did for the part-time person, but before it's finished, and if the city council can approve, actually, at that level, at that amount, I can approve it, I have authority to approve up to $25,000.
Is that a good investment in your opinion?
I would say yes on the projectors, I'm hesitant on the internet.
That's my point too.
Yeah.
I would say,
She can, from when she worked here, the projector issue's been an issue for quite some
There we
time.
go.
because sometimes they start working in the middle of a wedding or something, that would be.
We got a price with Keith, with one of his guys, to replace the whole system. So it was kinda high, so we thought by maybe doing it piece by piece to upgrade it. You know, after we get the projectors later on, we do something else to get the system,
Yeah.
We
the
talk about
wiring.
the use part of it, we talk about the use part of it, I would have 10 times more people using the projectors on a weekly, daily, monthly basis than I would for this high-speed internet, which is high-tech, but we're not ready for high-tech, not that high-tech.
And it's also good for art events to put on for the next upcoming events, to have those things
So the
rolling on
projectors,
projectors.
And like I said, if you look at it in Florida, the bulbs themselves, when they burn out, they're like $400.
$400 is
Per
what I paid
bulb,
for that.
and we replaced them twice and I stopped. I'm like, what, the stupid things don't work. And so, because it's this old, and technology, as you know, Mr. Man up here typing and everything, you know, after 2-3 years, you know, they have a whole new
changes.
technology.
Mhm.
And so one of the problems that Gloria had, we had to have an old laptop out here
Mhm.
because the cord didn't work. So they had the old cord, and everybody would bring in their laptop to plug into our projectors, and it's got the fat cord, not the skinny cord, so they couldn't plug it in. So then they had to download that onto Gloria's old computer, who was like, what? The computer was like smoking one day. because
Yeah,
it's
our
like,
cords,
couldn't-
our cords are still VGA, which everybody's using HDMI cords
Yeah,
now.
I don't know what they said.
So do we need action on this? It's not specific on the agenda.
Are we having, the stock show?
It's not a cost, it's gonna come out
Yes.
their budget. so
See, they use
They
the,
use the projectors, yes. and we
because
told
that's
them-
how they bid on
Good
the.
promotional tool also when we go to.
Yes, for us, I mean,
Yeah.
so I'm the projectors, I'm not objective to that.
And that's,
I'm
that's
just-
money we could recover.
Yes, or I can justify
you
it
would
as
think.
The rental.
something
Yeah,
that
exactly.
people need in their rental, and right now you're charging for that. It's a need, and Gloria really is too, but,
I think
We
it
can
fits
our
under
brochures and
the,
stuff, we can
yeah,
advertise it, you know, top of the line.
condition of the
top of the line
center,
could be, yeah.
operations of the center, and y'all can take possible action in response to
but the
that.
high-speed internet, I
You
I
could
don't
take
think-
it.
I don't know, maybe Spectrum will come out here. High-speed, I would wait, but the projectors is definitely a need. And it's been, and I have to piggyback off your attorney, he's earning his money tonight, that, that this has been a complaint, this has been a complaint for some time.
It has
About the
been.
projectors.
And, Shes, is it going to be, are these things going, the projectors and all that going to be ready for the stock show? Or
No.
don't we have it?
No, I let them know that they would not be ready. I said, we can try to have ours running for, I know they do the high pricing bidding on the right side, so we're
Is
trying.
this weekend? No,
2
this week?
weeks, 2 weeks.
Oh, the 20, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, the 28th, 27th.
So we're working on getting the system running on one side so they can use one side of
That's
the
what I
projector
did
screens, yeah.
before I left
Because it's
here.
always one of them that doesn't turn on.
It's usually this.
Yeah, that one, now it's the middle one, but that's what we're trying to make
Because
it
they
work
really
for theirs.
depend on that.
Yes, they do.
Because that's how they do their stock show.
Even a lot of weddings, they depend on it for slideshows and
Yeah.
pictures for the.
Is this
party.
thing working in your
Yes, the front, yeah, the front screen works good.
So
Okay,
no
do we
motions
need a
needed?
motion, Bill?
I'll
Yes,
move that we
I'm trying to think what
authorize,
the motion would be.
To authorize $10,000?
Up to 10,000 for replacement, what is it, Chess?
Projectors,
The projectors and
Projectors.
screen, not
Okay.
screens.
just the projectors, yes.
All right, I'll entertain a motion for that.
I did.
I
Okay.
second.
To replace AV equipment, audio visual, projectors, does this include sound as well?
It's just gonna be the projectors. I think we're gonna keep, what he's gonna do is, have cords that the UGV turn into HDMI, so it's not gonna be the whole wires, everything else. It's just projectors. They have better quality pictures.
Is that gonna really help, just that?
Yes.
What about the back system? Is he gonna work on that? Cause that
Yeah.
was all messed up.